guys. It has been forever since my last update. I'm really sorry about that because I'm so not feeling like talking on the video and stuff. And loads of things happen actually. Okay, so what actually happening now is like I just ran 4 km. I have not been running for months, I think. Yes, months. Since I last talked about it on the video, I have not really ran. That's because like physically I'm not well. I know that I can't run, and what actually happened was that I was hospitalized. I was, oh my god, my head is so blurry. Like, I can't even think properly. Anyway, my weight has not changed. I'm still like, okay, I'll let you see the sea view. Not exactly the sea, but it's the river that I like to run by, and it's really nice because running on the treadmill is dreadful because you're just running on the same spot all the time. This is so weird because people are walking past. It's 6:30. I came out at around 5:55. So I ran for half an hour, 4 kilometers. I never thought I could run that far. That's the strange part. It's like I was planning on jogging and running a little. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because usually what has been happening in the past was that I was strict and I would eat nothing, and then it got really bad, which I never tape it on the video itself because I mean I look bad. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have get some of the story that I'm talking about now. I was like really depressed and physically I was not well, so I wanted to give up. So what I had in my mind was either I try to kill myself, like overdose, sorry if it's triggering, or I have to go into the hospital. So what happened was a month ago at a doctor appointment. I have doctor appointment once every 2 weeks. So at that appointment, I was sort of like surrendering. I didn't say anything when she said, do you want to go into the hospital to like stabilize yourself and stuff? I mean, I didn't do it willingly, but that was like the only way to go. See that? That's his voice, the cracking sound. Anyway, so then I allow her to admit me into the psychiatric ward, and it was like such a crazy haze of like rush of everything because when I was transferred over there, she immediately, it was past office hour, it was like 5+, so, and then she asked for immediate blood tests for the nutritionist to come up immediately to see me. No, not to see me, to have my meal plans and stuff, and to have a doctor like interviewing my mom and me, and anyway, it was freezing cold in the ward. I was really cold, and when I asked for a blanket, you know what they told me? The nurse said, if you drink the milk or if you eat the biscuit, I will give you the blanket. I mean, what kind of exchange is that? It's really cool and windy out here, but after I ran, I'm not that cold. So anyway, okay, that's noisy. So that was the weirdest. Why did she walk so near me? Okay, anyway, that was a weird. I mean, back in the ward, it just feels so different because on top it was right after Chinese New Year, so the ward was like almost empty, and it was so cold, and the staff were like so different in their attitude and stuff as compared to what it was like before, like my earlier hospitalization. So anyway, what happened was I curled up in bed when they finally gave me a bed after an hour, because I was just sitting in the common room like freezing to death, hugging myself. So I curled in bed, and I knew right there that night, I mean upon hospitalization, I know that I'm gonna get transferred to medical ward. I know my potassium is very, very low, because at this sort of low weight, my body is not able to produce enough potassium to supplement the amounts that I lost when I purge. So it goes down, and what happened was the normal level, the normal minimum level is 3.5. Mine was 2.1, and it's actually a very dangerous number. I mean, but I have gone lower before. I have gone 1.9 before. So they were like crazily, I mean, they reacted really crazily. Like the doctor called my mom immediately and she said, it's very, very dangerous. We are going to get her medical help immediately. We're going to call the ambulance right away to send her to the other hospital, because the psychiatric ward is in a hospital that is further away, and they don't have emergency room. It's more for rehabilitation. So what happened is I got transferred that night to the medical ward in a medical ward that specialized in like in like cardiac stuff, and yeah. So I get a bed there, and then I stayed there for 4 days. Like they were pumping me with potassium, and the worst, I mean, if you had potassium in IV infusion before, when the concentration is so high, those tiny little bottles that they give you, it burns your arm like hell. And the nurse would like, she scolded me when I tried to turn it off, but it burned it so bad, and I wanted to cry. I was like screaming around in my bed, tossing, couldn't sleep, and my meds were kicking in. I was like, I want to sleep, but then my arms hurt so bad. Yeah, so I stayed there for 4 days, and I demanded to be discharged upon transfer, because my blood test came back normal that morning. So that meant that I had to be transferred back to the psychiatric ward, and for transfer to happen, the medical doctor would have to approve it to get the psychiatrist to come and review me before they transfer me over. So the psychiatrist came over, and the night before that, I had an argument with my mom. So I was saying that I'm not gonna stay in the hospital anymore. So basically, I demanded to be discharged against medical advice. Yeah. And this is a really nice doctor who allowed me to do that. And so I got my discharge, and I was discharged around 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. I just had my doctor appointment yesterday. So that's what has been happening. And yeah, and that's why I didn't go running, because my potassium is like really low. I was weak, I was tired all the time. Now my potassium is up a little. I'm not sure how far is it, because I'm taking supplement. But the thing is, like, my school is suspended. The long story about the school, I will do it in another video. But what has been happening is, like, I suspended this semester, and I can't possibly suspend anymore because I'm exceeding my study years. Yeah. So the sky is lighting up. Oh yeah, so the reason why I ran running was because after the discharge, it was a huge obstacle trying to eat in the medical ward. They don't really care whether you eat or not. I mean, they don't really care the amount that you eat as long as you eat. So I didn't eat for the first 2 days, and when they start giving me glucose IV infusion, I just didn't want it, and I really, there was a part of me that really wanted the food, but then I couldn't bring myself to eat it. I just couldn't. I would put it in my mouth and then I would spit it out because I couldn't swallow it. The mental obstacle was that bad. So anyway, I managed a few bites and then I started like nibbling and snacking on stuff. Bits by bits, I just had this tendency of like, so loud. I just had this tendency of like breaking biscuits into bits and then eating it over time. That's what I do all when I snack, which is really bad. I mean, I could have a meal of nutritional stuff, but then I would choose to eat the biscuits, which is really bad. I mean, which has no nutritional value in it, or some nuts. I'm nuts. That's what I have been doing. So I started eating a little, and that was the major obstacle that I have to overcome, because outside the one that causes the biggest the one that caused me the most amount of distress was that I could not allow myself to eat. So that obstacle was overcome, and then I told the doctor I wanted to be discharged. So that's why I came out. I still have the mindset that I can try to eat, but there was one night I ate 3 quail eggs. It felt fine, you know, it felt okay, but last night I allowed myself several more than that. I thought I could just eat and it'll be fine, but the next morning I ended up feeling like bad, like my stomach was a bit bloated because it wasn't really digesting food at the night, and I was sleeping and everything. So I mean, my stomach didn't feel well, so I feel really guilty about eating the quail eggs, especially when it's mostly protein and fat. I mean, I was like binging and purging more hours this few days, which made me feel obese, which I'm not supposed to, because I'm still near my lowest weight. I don't want to mention a number here because, you know, ED is very competitive. So I mean, I'm still at a very low rate, and I'm not supposed to feel fat, but I do, and I need to exercise. That's why I ran out this morning to exercise, and basically I didn't sleep the night before, so that's why I'm so energetic. Anyway, I would be going back to I guess sleep for a while before I go to school to see my counselor. So yeah, and I want to show you guys this shirt, which is a new shirt that I bought like 1 or 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I guess. Yeah, 2 days ago. Because if you watch the movie, you would know that this is what it really feels like to be depressed, because he's sad all the time. Yeah, and this represents my emotions for most part of the day. Yeah, it's just hard to find happiness, although I may sound cheerful in the video because it's nice catching up with you guys. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.